What's up, Renegade Nation? Before we begin the video, I'd like to give a big shout out to our most recent Patreon supporters: Ultralink, King of Nightmares, Colton, Justin Reitzman, Juan Garcia, Firelight FS, Mike Camp, Cregan, Robert Hagen, Eric Sneed, The Martin, Hassan Rao, Janier, Crad Veron, Agam Boulder, Bubba Monocle, Gino, Caracas, Evil Twin 01, Lifesguard, and Ross Lingard. Thank you all very much for your support, and if you want to support us on Patreon, feel free to click the link below to find out more. We'll see you there. All great empires begin from but a grain of sand.
But what do cults start from?
A charismatic person and a believable lie.
I can see that, yeah.
Well, okay. So here's the thing about cults. Everyone wants to throw that word around to describe everything.
Oh, yeah.
And
Pretty familiar with cults a little bit.
Yeah. And
Been down that road a few times.
yeah,
I mean, really, a cult is just a group of somewhat organized believers. I mean, there's some sort of dogma. Because, I mean, that's like knighthood. They just called it the cult of chivalry. Or like samurai, they call it the cult of the sword. So, cults can be entirely based on truth.
Cults can be great.
well, this is
and they can
true.
also be
This
awful.
is true. Yeah. If anything, it's a charismatic leader based around an ideal in some way.
Like Jim Jones.
I mean, in a way, you kind of have a cult.
No. I do not demand anything of you all. You all
You don't
are-
demand anything, but I mean, you know, I mean...
All right, so let's go
Okay,
ahead. Let's get
if I'm
determine
the
the
God,
silver
then
line
you're
of
our
cults.
Jesus.
No, I'm not...
People, they come for the Renegades, they stay for Micah.
Cults aren't necessarily, like, always religious. I'm just
I
saying,
know,
like,
I
it's
know.
a... It's you know,
I'm just being
So
stupid.
really, I think the most textbook definition of people when they think cults is they really think of
like, brainwashed. like, yeah.
societies that do stuff that's unethical
Yeah.
or criminal.
Yeah.
Jim Jones. So pretty
Jim
much.
Jones, yeah.
Jim Jones is probably, to me, one of the worst human beings ever to exist in human history. I mean,
He died for what he believed in, though.
he died for what he believed in,
And
but he
also
took
caused
over
other-
900 other people with him.
to die too.
Yeah,
for
he
believed in.
he subjected them to die because of his ideals, not because of what they believed, because of what he believed. And
he-
under gunpoint,
and
he
funded
made
a
all these
huge
people.
missionary trip to go do it too.
Oh yeah, and supposedly they were going to build the communist paradise for everyone. You know, where there was no
So
race, there was no
that's
money.
a
or
good
anything
example
like that.
of a cult, but it's a very extreme example of a cult too, though. But really, cults happen in a lot of smaller fashions too. A lot of backwoods areas, kind of like where you grew up at. There is sometimes
the
these,
snake holders. I've witnessed a snake holding event.
Yeah, I have too.
Holy hell!
hmm
Woo!
Now, I think the snake holding, depending on if it's venomous or not, is really, in Christianity, is more of an example of faith. Trusting God to protect you and everything.
Yeah,
That is not a good idea when you're holding a venomous snake who has a mind of its own and doesn't really...
but a
obey.
garter, like a
So,
garter snake or something
Yeah,
like that.
I mean, a normal snake, like, hell, I've had pet snakes that are fine.
Yeah.
But taking a venomous, like, I've seen some of the cults where they'll try to handle, like, black mambas and stuff like that. Like, you
Oh
are
no, brother!
crazy.
You are.
No, you are insane.
If anything, God did not bless you with a working brain.
No, exactly. To me, that's the thing. It's like, there's no way.
It's like, I have faith in God that He will protect me from this. God's protecting you from it by putting it on another freaking continent, you idiot.
But-
and here you are bringing it over and putting it in your hand. It's like, it's the same story as the one guy. My favorite story about, I want God to save me. I want God to save me. And yet would not have the helping hand.
There
It
was
the
a-
one with the guy who was in the hurricane and like the water was rising and he was on his roof and he was just like, I wait here for God to save me. Man comes by in a boat. He says, "Hey man, jump in." And he's like, "No, I wait for God to save me." It's like, okay. It's like, okay. Guy rows away. Got a police come up in a rescue boat. And the police are like, "Get on, sir. We'll take you to safety." "No, sir. God will save me."
Well, God is saving you right now.
Well, here's the thing. The water keeps rising. The water is up to his neck. Pretty soon, a helicopter comes up from above. An Air Force guy with a rescue basket comes out and says, "Come on, sir, we're going to save you." It's like, I wait for God to save me, sir. Good day. And they get up and they go away. Guy goes under, drowns and everything, goes to heaven, and sees God. God, why didn't you save me when I asked you to?
I did save
God
you
then, God
because
then
you're
puts
here
his-
at the pearly gates.
God then facepalms so hard, time and space cease to exist for an iota of a second. And then God says, "I sent you 2 boats and a helicopter. What more do you want from me?"
Cue the laugh track.
That's called lack of logic.
Yeah. And honestly,
Logic is a blessing. I swear.
it is, and
Gotta
not
be.
everyone's blessed with it. I mean, I've encountered some people who think that they're like beyond like reproach with how intelligent they are, but yet they lack one very simple logical thought in their head, and immediately when they're challenged on something, it's like, no, that's not how it works. It's like, how do you, like, I'm showing you that yes, this is how it works. It's like, no. Like, they're as stubborn as a one-eyed mule on that shit, and it's insulting.
Now,
in some
depending
ways.
on how you look at mindsets, and of course, this
Sorry, I spit on you there.
this
We'll
comes
leave
from.
Sorry
Of course,
about
we'll
that.
get 2 perspectives on this. This will come from more of an atheistic view. Some people would even say just a regular any type of church is a cult because it conforms the way you have your thinking.
Well,
But in a Judeo-Christian society that we live in, they don't really see it as, hey, that's a cult. That's just normal for families to go to church and stuff.
I think if anything, faith itself is not a cult. However, the organizations that do spawn from faith sometimes, for instance, certain sects of the Catholic Church that approve of like child molestation, that I am 100% against, and that is...
Well,
That's just actually not just Catholic churches, though. That's
It's just
a lot
assuming
of churches.
that-
Well, no, but there's certain sects of Catholicism that are
Yeah.
100%
Have you ever
inapproval
seen
of
the
it.
show I Survived a Cult?
Oh, no, I've seen...
On
Yeah.
Netflix?
No, I know what you're saying, Jake. I know
Yeah.
there are other Christian
Well, it's-
organizations
Yeah,
out
there was
there
like 40
that have
episodes.
committed.
It was like 40 episodes, and none of them were big establishments. They were all backwoods, small churches.
And here's the thing.
that did like sex rings,
bad-
sex slaves, and
Bad
stuff
things
like that.
can come from great ideals
it
no
really,
matter what.
It really can, but I'm just giving. There's an extreme example, and then there's a minor example, and really
But
there's kind of like an imaginary line on
But
what's
using
considered
the
a cult
extremes
and
to
not.
justify the norm is never a good thing.
I mean, really, you could say like even a metal show is like a type of cult too.
Well,
You could.
that's what I'm saying is
Yeah.
like
You
the,
could.
the pure definition of a cult is just a system of religious veneration and devotion directed toward a particular figure or object. So cults aren't necessarily bad. Just in our society, we assume cults are like brainwashed
Yeah.
things.
Because due to the satanic panic in the early 80s, they really deemed cult on satanic issues or witchcraft. Of course, they considered witchcraft to be satanic.
So I mean, cult is really
or
just
any
a,
type of religious thing, but they don't realize. I'm like, well, the primary religion in the United States is Judeo-Christianity, so, which that goes all across the board of all Christianity. That even goes into Judaism too. Yeah, I mean, the definition of cult has been twisted a lot through our society here in America. I'm not sure about other countries, but
No, it
yeah, I
hasn't.
mean, it's kind of hard to tell which ones. It's to me like cult is somebody that is a group that brainwashes people to believe a certain system and then does somewhat moral and corrupt things.
No,
that's kind of how I believe it is.
well, truth is, I mean, I guarantee when Nathaniel Bedford Forrest had the idea to start up the Ku Klux Klan to protect Southern farmers from northern, what do they call them?
carpetbaggers.
Yeah, from carpetbaggers coming down and pretty much hassling and haggling Southern farmers for everything they had. Yeah. He had no idea that it was going to be warped into something so evil and so corrupt by the time the Klan really rose to prominence in the 1930s, when its membership was at its peak at around 3 million. Now the Klan is a laughingstock of what it used to be, because the public saw it for what it is, and and society has thankfully gone in a much better direction.
Yeah.
I
So
mean,
the clans, yeah, that's a good extreme example of what
Yeah.
a cult could be.
well, yeah.
You know?
And, well, anyway, Smitty here claims that he's starting a cult in VR. Let's see what the hell he's getting into. Here we go.
Yep, seems good.
Jesus.
Actually, I have too much power in this universe. I don't need 2. The last thing I needed is 2. Trust me, this is too much power. You do not want me having this. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, shit. Oh, bitch. Oh, this is so satisfying. Look at this.
Give me all the
this
ammunition.
ammo. Wait, can I flip a table? Pretty weak, actually. Sounds good.
Ah, he missed.
Fuck. Oh, listen, you're gonna take this. You're gonna become my army, boys. All right, here, ready? What don't you understand about this army thing, man? Come on, get your head in the game.
Oh, shit.
Attack your superior. Got it out of your system? Good. Here. Okay. Arms up. That is, I'm so sorry. That might be a sexual assault. I'm
Jesus.
so sorry again. Here. Take this. Nice to meet you, sir. This is really weird. I don't know where I'm going with this bit, so I'm just gonna... Terry, take care of that. Thank you. Oh, fuck!
What the fucking hell?
What is going on?
He's gone too far. I feel like you guys don't understand how far we've come as a company, as a cult. You are all a part. I'm sorry, gun safety, guys. My bad. You are all. Roll bad. Oh! What the fuck?
Oh, stop that! Stop that!
At least the man has drunk of steel.
He's like a Terminator.
Oh.
He's just like, you realize I'm a
You don't
eunuch,
want to challenge
right?
me, bro. You don't want to challenge me.
What?
Are we in love?
Nope.
I'm learning very quickly this is not effective. In fact,
He drops sword and uses gun. Look at this watermelon.
this is VR now, I guess.
Nom, nom, nom.
Hey, you, come here. I want to try something. I want to try and flying punch you. Is that cool? We can, hold on. I'm going to be coming at you quick, though, so be ready, okay? I need you to be ready to be punched in the face. I'm going to get my fist ready. Look at that. Perfect. All right, you ready? Here we go, bitch.
Hiya! Ah.
Okay, good news. I found a way, instead of being up there, I can use this thing and do this. See what I'm talking about?
Okay, that's pretty
This
cool.
is perfect. Get ready. Here I come, bitch.
Oh. Damn it, Smitty.
Am I really gonna have to do this bit again? Okay, you ready? Round 2, you're ready for me this time. You're ready to punch me in the face. Oh, it landed and look at your eye. God damn. I'm gonna get you up here. Hold on, let me put you on this level. Oh, this is like some anime shit. Look at that. Oh no, fuck.
Ouch.
Oh god, he's dead.
So when you play...
Again, this is too much power. I'm sorry, I meant to like do something else there, but this'll do too. Oh he
God, he's still alive.
Demon!
He has a Terminator.
Oh, hey
Good
guys,
drive down the
there's no
fairway.
way I can do this. Oh, I don't know what this button does. We're gonna find out. It makes him fall down, apparently. What the fuck?
Oh.
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 Like roll right through that forward assist.
Oh, yeah! What can I do with
Go!
this? I mean, like I said, it's kind of like Gary's mod, so I imagine... Excuse you. Oh, there it goes! Oh! Here, you know what? I'll just send you out of here. Godspeed. Godspeed, my friend.
Please help. You can still reach me if you try.
That's kind of terrifying.
I grew up so young. Oh, fuck,
shit.
That can't be good. Yo, I got you. Hey, hold on. Oh,
he caught
I told
him.
you, bitch. I told you, you're good. Let me get rid of these. Sure, I got something for this. Stop moving. Mom said I could get whatever balloon I wanted. Any last words?
Go fuck yourself.
Oh.
You died beautifully. Do you know anything about this? I have you now.
Holy hell!
Take the table.
Nope.
You're good at dodging. Not good
Oh!
enough. Oh, I didn't mean to hit you as well. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to hit you as well. I'm so sorry.
Oh god, that's nightmare
Need
fuel.
to-
Yeah.
Fellas, what's good?
Whoa!
Send someone to the left, up, or to the right. Perfect.
Holy
That's
hell!
exactly this is the kind of effort I need from you boys, alright? Moving forward, okay? Beautiful! That's what we want to see! Ready? Yup!
Oh my
Tell
god!
you what,
He went
you
flying.
make it work. Hit me once, be satisfied. Good? Cool. Thank you. You're my favorite. Come here. Hey, a little bit this way. It's weird. It's weird when you do the kiss thing. Here, come here. Hey. Nope, that's too close. I told you that before. Come here.
This is
Stop.
getting weird.
Weird me out. Stop looking at me. Come here. I want a hug. Why?
Oh!
What is wrong with your neck? Holy shit. Can I clean up this map? This is a fucking mess. God damn. Oh, I know what to do. I know what to do. I'm gonna do a John Wick course. Alright, let's do this
no.
exactly like John Wick would, okay? It's not a
Yeah.
good start. Alright, here we go. This is the John Wick course right here. Boom, run up. It's a lot slower, but wait. Grab. Throw off. Drop the gun. Not a part of the plan. Hold on, time out, guys. I know you're excited. Does anybody have a spare? Fuck it, I'll spawn it in my... That's not what I wanted. Hold on. Okay, you're an exception, okay? We'll just act like... We'll do it again. We'll run it back, okay? It's cool. Just come here.
Oh,
I shot my thumb off at that point, but that's okay. And then we come in, and then we... Nope, that's wrong. And then we jump. Boom! 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 Oh shit! He's sentient! Kill him! Die! Whoa, here we go. You want some? Boom! Man, they're really resilient. Some of these guys just... Okay. Fair enough, boys. Honestly, congratulations. You guys win. Kill me. Yeah, this is getting serious now. Yep. Take me out. Go ahead. I've been bullying you guys all game. Here. Not kidding. Here. Take it. Motherfucker. God damn it. You had your chance and you just had to swing on me. I hate you. I want you to take me to my outro screen, okay? And we're gonna do that a certain way. I'm gonna attach these to you, the balloons, and then we're gonna fly up, and then we're gonna do the outro from there. Sound good? Okay, good. Hold my hand. Hold my hand before you start flying. Alright, cool.
Those are gonna be weird.
Alright, here we go. You first, me second.
It's not working.
This is making me real self-conscious about my weight. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm free, my son. Take this to the overlords. Goodbye. Goodbye. Oh, yeah. Oh, I miss him already. Oh, well, that's gonna do it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you want to see more Boneworks VR, maybe even a bit of the story.
Oh!
What the shit is this?
I've been
Get this off
spinning.
my screen. Holy shit, that's terrifying. Get out of my sight. I'll save you. Hold on. Ready? I'm gonna shoot the balloons down.
You shot it.
I
You
was
shot
lying.
him.
Oh. Are you still alive?
Okay, now he's not.
I mean, you've seen it, the entire video. What are you expecting? Honestly, I don't know why you're looking at me with that. Shut the hell up. This game is sadistic, bro, and I'm all for it.
That was certainly something.
That was
Now, who is this person?
Smitty.
Okay.
You remember the predictions guy?
Oh, okay.
Crazy predictions. That's Smitty. I have only one excuse for why he is the way he is. He's Canadian. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. But
Canadians are only violent in VR.
yes, apparently.
Well, I'm glad because they're doing that in real life. Yikes.
Oh God. But you know, I the thing with Smitty is that his way of just making things go. In this, he was just like he's like, okay, so practice gun safety. Okay, pow. Just shoot one, and then another one gets mad. He's like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Pow. Okay, oh God, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, pow. So this is what I imagine forming a cult of clones would be like who had no semblance or idea of what the hell they were to do. They would just react violently whenever they got hurt, and you would just run experiments on them until you were happy. Because right here, this is a right here. This Boneworks is actually a physics game in VR where you can literally just do anything. It's like Gmod or Gary's mod except, on a virtual reality scale. And I love the idea of that. I love the idea of being able to like if anything, if I were Smitty, I would have gone like people bowling. How he threw that one dude and then knocked over a bunch of stuff. I would have lined up some bowling pins and just been like, yay! Just like throwing one at the bowling pins and see how many you can knock over. What about you, Jacob? Would you?
I would probably throw a boomerang and so many I could hit.
Oh, that'd be
Somebody
cool.
would bounce around, pop, 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 pop. Like,
And this is something you have to do every time before you throw a boomerang. You have to look out at the person you're throwing at. Just go, good eye.
Good eye.
And just throw it. It's like, good eye, Bruce. You missed. Wait for it. Pow.
Right in the middle, shoot an arrow up in the air, and run back and see which one it lands on.
And then, of course, there was... Yeah. You remember that one Sherlock mystery from the Sherlock TV show?
I do not.
Oh, that guy that got killed by the boomerang?
Yeah. And the river carried away the murder weapon, so they didn't know what the hell happened. Just a man out in the middle of the Scottish Highlands dropped dead. And they're like, how did this happen? And then, Sherlock puts enough together, he's just like, so that's what happened. And they still never found the boomerang. Or did they find it? I forget.
Oh.
I don't remember. I haven't watched too much Sherlock Holmes. I'm familiar with it, but haven't watched a lot of it.
Well,
The show or the movies or
the show, I think the show is better than the movies. Don't get me wrong, I love Robert Downey Jr. as Sherlock Holmes, but I think Benedict Cumberbatch just does it better. And it was weird seeing them in Avengers because you had Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange, and you had Tony Stark. You had Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark, and seeing them in the same movie together, it's just like, Sherlock. What does this mean?
It's like the thing with the Spider-Mans that are like pointing at each other.
Yeah. It's like, you stop pointing. No, you stop pointing. No, you stop pointing.
Say no shit, Sherlock.
I would just, on that set, I'd just be like, Sherlock, and then both of them be like, yes, yes.
CC.
God. But starting a cult in VR, I don't think I'll be doing that anytime soon because instead I'll just be running experiments and seeing what kind of stupidity I can get up to. But anyway, yeah, I think maybe that's going to do it for us here, ladies and gentlemen. This was starting a cult in VR with Smitty. This was fairly entertaining. I know Nick and I laughed a bit at it. I think you two were more like shocked by it.
It's a little weird.
I mean, I've seen a lot of VR stuff. I've seen a lot of ragdoll physics and people doing stuff like that. So it didn't really come as a shock to me or anything. But it was pretty funny how some of the shit just happened.
Well, it's kind of weird because it's just him. Like he's not playing off of anything other people,
Kind of like how we do.
So it's kind of like I don't know. It's a little strange just seeing someone like dick around in VR. Like I don't know.
I mean, why not? I mean, hell,
Yeah.
it worked.
Those jokes were funny enough that it worked.
Yeah, I also think that just his brand of like juxtaposition, like all of a sudden he's like, all right, I'm gonna save you, headshot. I think that's pretty funny. But again, thank you everybody for tuning in, and I guess until next time, signing off. I'm Nate.
Micah.
I'm Jacob.
I'm Nick.
We'll see you in the next one, everybody. Peace out.